Light the beam.
Yeah. They do not know what Sactown brings. When on the low, that's a Sactown thing. Talking about us, it's a bounce out thing. Must they forgot we some Sacramento Kings. Whole squad going crazy, yeah, we back with it. Northern Cali going crazy, one sack winning. If you doubted us, then ain't no back spinning. This is real right here, ain't no catfishing. So tell me what you see now. Coming down the lane off the rebound. It's 9-16 now. Look towards the sky like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. If you reppin' that Kings like the beam now. Sac crowd, make sure everyone knows. Let me tell you how this thing really goes. Yeah, we travel deep, whether we home or on the road, we lit. You don't want that smoke, we the team of the year. We shaking things over here, don't doubt, we believe over here. We don't bleed over here. And let me just speak real clear, only deal with real kings over here. So tell me what you see now. Coming down the lane off the rebound. It's 9-16 now. Look toward the sky like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. If you reppin' that Kings like the beam now. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Talking about some things you was not about. Tell them we don't play like the lockout. Got me feeling like Yeezy on the dropout. Can't deal with no phonies. Flow like baloney. Ain't no game round here, homeboy. This ain't Sony. They said they gon' show me. It's in me, not on me. Ha, you don't know me. Tell the game what's up now. They hating from the bus now. Been doing this to T-Pain. Drop the up down. Oh, I'm on the hunt now. Tell me what you want now. Yeah, I do my dance when you see me in the touchdown. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up.
Keegan!
Yeah.
From the top, let's go!
Yeah. They do not know what Sactown brings. When on the low, that's a Sactown thing. Talking about us, it's a bounce out thing. Must they forgot we some Sacramento Kings. Whole squad going crazy, yeah, we back with it. Northern Cali going crazy, one sack winning. If you doubted us, then ain't no back spinning. This is real right here, ain't no catfishing. So tell me what you see now. Coming down the lane off the rebound. It's 9-16 now. Look towards the sky like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. If you reppin' that Kings like the beam now. Sac crowd, make sure everyone knows. Let me tell you how this thing really goes. Yeah, we travel deep, whether we home or on the road, we lit. You don't want that smoke, we the team of the year. We shaking things over here, don't doubt, we believe over here. We don't bleed over here. And let me just speak real clear, only deal with real kings over here. So
what's up, Kings fans? Smash up that like button. We're gonna get the show started here shortly.
Look toward the sky like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. If you reppin' that Kings like the beam now. Yeah. Back on my bull. Back on my cool. I'm turning it up. They feeling the heat, so they searching for pools. Tripping on me cause I'm doing my thing and they hoping that I'll be the fool. Taking the game and I'm screwing it up while these boys still searching and looking for tools. Playing it cool, faking it's who. Yeah, they look mad cause I'm breaking the rules. Breaking it loose while I'm breaking some news. Give me your pride and I'm breaking that too. They ain't ahead of us. They don't compare to us. They feeling the kick cause they hearing the change like I open the register. Flexing on trash cause this thing is not optional. Leg day is coming, I'm jumping the obstacles. Laughing at haters, we thinking it's comical. Yelling outside like we yelling out dominoes. Always be claiming they monsters. Boy, go get you a sponsor. All of that chatting, all of that acting, gon' mess around, get you an Oscar. They calling me Terrence, I hustle and flow. They all on my line cause I'm still in the vote. Your girl all on me cause she feeling the stroke. Make them say whoa when I'm hitting my woe. Talking like I do not got it. You talking like your boy is not it. When you talk, all I hear is yappa, yappa, yada, 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 yada. Most of your favorites ain't dealing with me. Pouring it up like the end of the week. You don't let us in, we still in the keys. We coming from nothing and ending the street. Aiming at throats and taking out knees. They feeling the pressure and know they can't breathe. Winning the races and taking the places and walking their stages like it's a degree. Feel it in your veins, it's a dope flow. Got the whole game in a chokehold. They taking too long, you can't see me now. Put them in boxes like photos. Packing the bags and hitting new land. I do what I want, they do what they can. All in their way, I'm messing up plans. I'm speaking the truth, I keep it a Grant. Waiting for Zell, never will fail. Waist looking slim, she eating her kale. I'm peeping the game and playing it well. She throwing it back like it's way to exhale. Come from the pain and I'm chasing no fame. I come up with morals, can't slander my name. Taking what's mine and grabbing the flame. Shooting my shot and yelling out game. Know what's real when I'm giving the feel. Can't look back when you turning the wheel. Go get a doctor, I'm giving the chills. Told them to get out, grab the key and they pill. I warn them that I am a factor. Clearing the way for this tractor. Got some new goals, never will fold. Came too far just to back up. Nah, this ain't what you
Welcome
used
to
to.
Royal Rebounds TV with Calvin and Barry. Just two crazy fans of the Sacramento Kings and they sharing their opinion. So be sure that you subscribe. It's for the fans, by the fans. Whether you chilling on the couch or wildin' in the stands. For laid back conversations about the Kings, subscribe here. Staying down until we come up thinking this gon' be our year. We're here, drinking beer, talking about the Kings. Be sure you subscribe so you can hear that bell ring, yeah.
What's up, Kings fans? Welcome back to Royal Rebounds, the Sacramento Kings YouTube channel for fans, by fans. The Kings beat the Brooklyn Nets tonight, Calvin, 196. Hey, no KD, no Kyrie. The Nets are a little bit more competitive than they were the last time we played them on national television.
That's true.
But hey, Kings get the win. Light the beam.
Light the beam.
It is, it's Thursday, dude. It feels like it's Friday or Saturday already. It's been a long week for me, Calvin.
It has been a long week. Yep. Yeah, it's been a very long week. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, it is, dude. No stream tomorrow, but
Happy Patty's Day.
I'm drinking some green beer.
Yeah. Why not?
What time are you off tomorrow?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. All right. That's what time it is. Anyways, Kings win tonight. If it's your first time to the channel, we talk about Kings stuff all the time. We're live after every single Sacramento Kings game. Smash up that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Shout out to everybody here in the chat. Bouncer is here. Brian. Alfie Man is here. Mojo. Fred Dixon. Joe Smith. Tom is here. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Thursday. Busy one, but Calvin, I'm feeling great, especially after this Kings win. The Kings pick up the 42nd win of the season, Calvin. And guess what? Officially above 500 for the entire
winning season.
One winning season. You guys wanted it, and they delivered. Calvin, give me your first thoughts on the game tonight.
Well, I'm a little sour today.
Okay.
I'm happy that the Kings won, obviously.
Okay.
I'm always happy that the Kings win. But you know how much I love college basketball, right?
Yes, I do.
Today was a little thing called March Madness, the official start of the round of 64.
Yes, it was.
I treat this weekend normally like a holiday, a
Bracket
national
busted.
holiday. Oh, bracket's definitely busted, but I don't care about that. I didn't get to watch any of the games. Second day in a row, I didn't get to watch a Kings game.
Oh, man.
So I'm a little bummed right now, man.
Okay. Well, hopefully this stream will pick you up. I'm sure a lot of your friends here in the chat will definitely be shouting out Calvin. Dude, everybody that's part of the Royal family, spam that Calvin emoji. I'm sure that would definitely cheer him up. But Calvin, the name of the game, for this game at least, was second chance points. And guess what? The Kings were the ones with all the second chance points. Domas Sabonis, 21 rebounds in this game. That was absolutely incredible, dude. 21 rebounds. We can't forget to mention Kevin Huerter leaves the game. How many minutes did he play? 6 minutes tonight, 0-4 from the field. They're calling it potentially a right hamstring injury. He will undergo an MRI tomorrow. Prayers, thoughts up for Kevin Huerter. Hopefully he's back and ready to return really soon. We know there is some optimism that maybe this injury won't last very long. But we also know, Calvin, what hamstring injuries can become.
Oh, yeah.
But our own De'Aaron Fox was dealing with a hamstring injury. He seems fine.
He does seem to be fine. It's good that we don't seem to have to worry about that too much anymore. And it's really unfortunate timing for Kevin Huerter because he's coming off of a couple fantastic games. He really has refound that outside shooting stroke since the All-Star break, and he's been a big reason why the Kings have the best record in the NBA after the All-Star break. So they're definitely going to feel his absence.
10-2.
They are pretty deep at the guard position. That's been shooting guard especially has been a spot where we've seen different guys fill in, even when they're 100% healthy, different lineups, close games. Malik Monk played pretty well again off the bench tonight. We even saw Terrence Davis. So I think that as long as we're not going to be too, or they're not going to be too worried about him missing, extended time, this is definitely something that they can weather in the short term.
Yeah.
Way different than a De'Aaron Fox hamstring injury, I would say.
Especially, Calvin, because, they got Malik Monk. He played 29 minutes tonight. The dude, I want to talk a little bit more about him, so I'm going to hold off on what I was going to say, but also Kessler Edwards, Calvin.
Oh, yeah,
Kessler Edwards.
Can't forget about him.
24 minutes of action tonight, 10 points for him. He's been really, really productive. Obviously, there's no steals or blocks on the box score tonight. However, I mean, defense is not all about steals and blocks.
No, it is not.
And he plays great coverage. I don't want to say he's like a shutdown guy because he hasn't really proven anything yet, but he can definitely slow guys down and do it really, really well.
Yeah, and I mean, you take a look at the guys that he's been guarding, no one shuts people like them down completely.
Yep.
But Kessler Edwards is valuable because he's shown that he can be a guy to at least maybe slow some of those guys down. And the Kings don't really have any of those players on this roster. I mean, Davion Mitchell and De'Aaron Fox are great individual defenders, but when you're talking about guarding guys that are much taller and bigger than them, like the Anthony Edwards and the big wings of the world, they can do a great job, but those players can still shoot over guys like Davion and De'Aaron pretty easily. Kessler Edwards, much taller, or taller with a much longer wingspan, makes it a lot more difficult to get shots off. That's the key that he's providing, and that's the thing that doesn't show up in the stat line either.
Definitely. Domas Sabonis definitely showed up on the stat line. And
yes,
I'll
he did.
Go over that here in a second. But Calvin, dude, I want to light the beam. I mean, the Kings won. They won an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. They're ready to light the beam. I'm ready to light the beam. Normally, we ask for a certain amount of likes on the channel to light the beam. I want to try something a little bit different, Cal.
Okay.
I would love if everybody in the chat could work together and each person types out one letter and consecutively they can write light the beam.
Oh, wow.
If they can do it, we will light the effing beam.
Good luck.
Will
Will it count if you get 2 I's in a row or 2 G's in a row? Okay.
Nope. It's got to be.
Oh, we already failed.
Yeah, one letter at a time. We'll restart it on every L, right?
Okay.
We'll restart on every L, and you can't do 2 in a row. So, Sass says X. I mean, if Alfie Man writes L, Matthew can write I, Alfie Man can write G. We can all work together and write
there's an L.
The beam.
JR.
Is that an L or an I?
It's a lowercase L. We'll
I
call
think it should
L.
all be capitals.
Capitals. There you go. First capital right there.
Oh, LG. We got to start with L again.
Oh,
this is
man.
going to be fun.
This is going to be tough.
Anyways, I want them to work together.
How about just beam? Light the beam seems like a lot.
They can do it, Calvin. I got a lot of confidence in them.
Okay.
Anyways, while they're working on that, I will dive here into the box score. So, Kings win tonight 101-96. Domas Sabonis, 39 minutes of action, 8 of 14 from the field, 24 points, 21 rebounds, Calvin. Another 20-20 game for him. 5 assists, 4 blocks, 4 turnovers in this game, 8 and 9 from the free throw line. Harrison Barnes, 31 minutes of action, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from three-point range, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Keegan Murray, 31 minutes of action, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 from three-point range, 11 points and 4 rebounds, and a steal tonight. Kind of a bounce-back game for Keegan Murray. How they doing here in the chat?
It's not looking good, man.
How far have they gotten? We can start with L. There you go.
We got
Fred's
FUC in there.
Okay, well, bouncer. Come on. Okay, we got L. Somebody I. There you go, Kyle. Way to go, Kyle. Yep. Dude, if he writes something else, that's fine. As long as it's not a letter that's off, I'm totally cool.
Oh, back to L.
So we can do L. We can do I. Yep.
I. There you go.
All right. De'Aaron Fox, 35 minutes of action, 5 of 16 from the field, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Kevin Huerter, 6 minutes of action, does leave the game, as I mentioned, with a right hamstring. It was believed to be a right hamstring injury. Dude, it's hard working as part of a team, right? I mean, we talk about this.
Especially when you're all on different computers in different rooms in different places.
I mean, that's okay. We talk about how good the Kings are playing as a team. A lot of these people, Calvin, are in the same chat every single day. They can work together.
That's true.
We can go one letter at a time. Come on, somebody give me an L.
Hopefully your Wi-Fi's are all
we'll
up
slowly
to strength.
Move it down here just a little bit at a time. Let's go over the bench here. Trey Lyles, 18 minutes of action, first game back. Calvin, I saw a conspiracy theory about yesterday's game that Trey Lyles was suspended for. What win of the year was that for the Kings?
That was number 41.
And
41.
What number does he wear?
Number 41.
Coincidence?
Yeah, coincidence.
I don't think there's any coincidences, Calvin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you think he started that fight on purpose?
No, I haven't figured out exactly what it means yet.
Okay.
I'm still contemplating. But Trey Lyles, 11 points, 6 rebounds, an assist, and a steal to bounce back here. Chimezie Metu, 2 points in 6 minutes. Not a lot of action for him tonight. Kessler Edwards, Calvin. Kessler Edwards. The big acquisition at the trade deadline that everyone was hating on. 24 minutes of action, 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from three-point range, 10 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist for him. Davion Mitchell, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 points. Terrence Davis, 0 points in 9 minutes of action. And Malik Monk, 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists in 29 minutes of action. 3 of 11 from the field, 3 of 8 from three-point range. Not great shooting numbers, but man, can this guy pass the ball.
Yeah, I mean, 3 of 8. We've definitely seen worse than that, from not just him, but many guys on this team. But yeah, I think it's what he is adding, knowing that you still have to guard the three-point shot, especially lately.
Yep.
It's what he's adding with the pick and roll off the dribble, his ability to find Sabonis cutting to the basket. You saw it again a couple of times tonight. That he's been much better as of late.
Fred did it.
I agree. I think that we should definitely honor
official?
him. Yeah, man.
Are you grading this on a curve, Calvin?
I feel bad for these guys. I feel like you gave them a damn near impossible task, and they just want to see the beam lit.
What about beam? Can we just do beam?
We can try.
We'll try for beam. One letter at a time. B-E-A-M. We need 4 different people to decide on who's going to do it. Let's write it out. B-E-A-M.
Best of luck to you all.
We'll light the beam. I love the effort, though. Everyone's trying, which is good.
Some people are trying.
Matthew's not trying. B, there you go. E, who hasn't it? There you go.
See?
All right, I'm giving it to him. Let's light the beam, Calvin.
Fire the laser!
Bam! Ninja Style has arrived with the purple beam in the sky. Wow, that's a beautiful beam. Calvin, it's kind of like the bat signal, but it goes much higher into the sky.
Kinda.
How high do you think it goes?
Oh, man, I think you can probably see it from, a plane coming into land, so like over 10,000 feet.
Really?
Probably. Sure, why not?
You've seen it from a plane?
Not yet. I haven't even seen it in person.
I thought planes were 13,000 feet.
Not when they come into land.
Oh, they land at 10,000 feet?
they have to be at 10,000 feet at some point during the landing process.
Oh, okay. So just a random number you chose. What about
Yeah.
4,000 feet?
Sure. Well, if you can see it at 10,000,
Okay.
why can't you see it at 4,000?
Bottom line, it's higher than the bat beam or whatever it's called.
The bat signal.
Bat signal. Would be cool though to have a King's signal up in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna keep working on this, Calvin.
Nice. I love it. We're still trying to get the beam.
Yeah.
I like it.
We're gonna get it one of these streams, dude. Everyone's gonna work together and they're
mean,
gonna
there
write
it
out
is, right there.
light the
Fred.
beam. It's gonna be awesome.
Up and away.
What does the chat want to know, Matthew? Oh, does the beam go gold for playoff wins? Maybe silver, but purple's the way it should be.
I think if you win the NBA championship, then it goes gold. But
Good one. Keep it purple. Anyways, Calvin, let's get back here to the box score because a lot of people are listening to us on Spotify, on Amazon Music, on
they
iTunes.
can't see how
And-
terribly people can spell in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I can't believe I'm listening to these idiots.
Yep.
Just talk about people in the chat trying to figure it out. So, hey, let's get back here to the box score. I mean,
Oh, nice.
obviously,
Lane can spell bike.
Sabonis stands out with 21 rebounds, even though we know he can do that. And the other thing that stands out to me is 24 minutes for Edwards tonight. What stands out most to you?
I would definitely, say Sabonis' stat line for sure stands out. I mean, he stood out on the court as well. This guy, we talk about his durability and his strength and all of that stuff. He's so strong. Yeah, he seems to be getting stronger as
Play the
the
Island Boys in a
season goes along. Go ahead.
No,
Wanna play?
I'll wait. I mean, maybe we can get him to
Do you
spell
want to
out-
have him spell out Island Boys?
Yeah,
And-
that'd be great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe they could spell them out in
I'm
emojis.
I'm not
like
giving
with
up on
tattoos.
them. I'm not giving up on them, Calvin, because I believe in them.
You
I believe in the royal
believe in them?
family.
That's good. I believe in them too.
Yeah. Anyways, what were you saying?
I don't know. I'm lost in the chat again.
Okay, I'll give you another stat that stands out to me here.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
It's your favorite stat in the book. Malik Monk, plus 18 tonight in the plus minus. Didn't shoot well.
Yep.
Plus 18.
Well, the bench was really good overall. They got some separation there in that second quarter. They closed the first half really, really well. Played some good defense, and a lot of that was the second unit. So I would say that the bench overall stands out to me. 33 points combined from Edwards,
Yep.
Monk, and Lyles. It was great to have Trey back. You could obviously see the bench was not very good last night in Chicago. He's been one of the big pillars of that second unit all season long. So definitely good to have him back in a game where you didn't really get your normal offensive output, right? I mean, when's the last time they scored less than 120 points, or I guess less than 117? Because that's what they scored last night, right?
And I can only remember, is it one or two games this year where they've held an opponent under 100?
I think this is just the second. I would have to go back and look at that, but
Let me speed look real quick. Keep talking.
yeah, I would say the bench just did a tremendous job. I mean, Edwards and Lyles were a combined 4 of 7 from 3. Lyles with another 6 rebounds. Even Malik Monk had 5 rebounds off the bench. We talk about the guards being able to really help this team out by grabbing some extra rebounds, and they killed it on the boards today. Absolutely dominated Brooklyn, both offensively and defensively. You already mentioned the second chance points. That was pretty much one of the biggest, if not the biggest, difference in this game. They've done it 5 times.
This is the 5th time this year.
Wow.
I was way off.
Yeah, I never would have guessed 5.
I was way off.
That's great.
And Malik Monk gets the sport your chain.
Yeah.
Defensive player of the game.
Participation trophy.
Dude, I mean, I like the Sabonis move. I like all the other moves that happened, but I got to say, dude, Malik Monk for me was my favorite move that this Kings team made. It just, obviously I like him as a player, but what he's done to Fox has been incredible. I saw a funny interview from them of him saying, I know what it takes to turn De'Aaron Fox on.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. But he's right, because De'Aaron Fox looks like a completely different player when Malik Monk is around.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think they pushed all the right buttons. The Kings did, and Malik Monk did since last offseason, or if you want to go back to the trade deadline when they got Sabonis, to make De'Aaron Fox the player he is at this moment.
Yep. Let's go into the team stats here. Kings shoot 39% on the night from the field, 31.7% from three-point range, only 75% from the free throw stripe. They do out-rebound the Nets by a large number, 57-41 tonight. Kings have only 22 assists, Calvin, which is not good at all. However, like we talked about in last night's game, they're finding ways to overcome and win basketball games despite what the box score, despite what the team stats show. What's a good word for that?
What's a good word for overcoming your inability or your deficiencies? Adversity? Yeah, sure. Adversity is good. Good word.
I don't know if that's the correct word, but we'll leave that one out there. Why not? Only 2 steals tonight for the Kings as opposed to 8 for the Brooklyn Nets. 12 turnovers tonight for the Kings. They've been turning the ball over a lot.
Actually, 12 is pretty good. The team with the fewest turnovers in the NBA per game is like 11 and a half. So 12 is not a bad number to be at.
Brooklyn only turned it over 7 times.
Yeah.
But they still lost.
That's true.
They still lost. I feel like the Kings have had lots of games in double-digit turnovers this year.
Most teams too.
Single-digit turnovers.
I would probably disagree with that.
Okay.
It depends on what you mean by a lot, but
maybe I'm way off. Points in the paint tonight, 36 tonight for the Kings, 36 for the Brooklyn Nets. I don't have second chance points right now on my screen.
However, it was 15-0 going into the fourth quarter. So.
Absolutely crazy. And that is all thanks to Domantas Sabonis. Yeah. Only 3 offensive rebounds for the Nets tonight. 3 offensive rebounds.
Matthew, the word was adversity. You need to put an A in there.
Overcoming diversity. No. Adversity. Diversity. Same. That works, right? I guess that kind of works. Anyways, I think we're trying to overcome some adversity here on the channel, Calvin, and the only way we can do that is by people smashing up the like button. I got a couple of people ready. They're queued up, dude, on Twitter Spaces. I got Ty here. I got Nick. They want to talk. What do you think? Should we let them talk?
Of course.
Who do you want to hear from first?
Let's hear from Ty first because it's been a while. I know he was very recently, but we have the pleasure and the luxury of getting to talk to Nick on almost every night. So
what's up, Ty? How are you, buddy?
You know what? Let Nick go first. Since I know he's excited to talk.
Okay. There you go, Nick. Apparently Ty's the host of the show now, so Nick, it's up to you.
Guy.
Hey.
Ty the nice guy.
Fire the laser.
Fire the laser!
You can see the purple beam right behind you guys. The purple beam is lit.
It is
lit. It is beautiful. It is purple.
Nick, have you lit in the beam yet in real life?
No, I have not, but I want to light it.
How do we get you on the list to light the beam?
Man.
You signed me up.
Well, all right. We'll sign you up when we go to a playoff game.
I want to find a way to get you on that list, Nick, because I think you'd be awesome at lighting the beam.
I will light that purple beam. Why not light the purple beam?
Why not light the purple beam? Calvin, looks like I got some homework to do this weekend. Figure out who I need to reach out to.
It's a tough assignment.
That Nick can light the beam. That'd be great. I'm going to try.
Would be great.
I'm going to try. I can't guarantee anything, Nick, but I would love to see you light the beam, and I will try my hardest to make that happen.
Hey, no pizza tonight, which is good. No pizza tonight.
It's good because the Kings won.
I'm proud of you, Nick. When's the last time you had pizza?
I can't remember, but I do want to say that Saturday I had my basketball tournament on Saturday at Folsom High School, and my first game is at 9:00. I will win that gold medal. If I win that gold medal, light the beam on Saturday.
Wow.
I love that button.
Man, best of luck to you, Nick. Although it's not a one-on-one tournament, right? You are playing on a team.
Yeah, I'm playing against
people. So
people.
if your team wins the gold medal.
If my team wins the gold medal, we're going to fire that laser.
That would be awesome. Nick, is that your last game of the year?
Yes, it is. It would be nice if you guys came down.
We would love to, man.
That's kind of where I was going with it. My question is, I was like, if you were playing in April, we probably could make a game because we're going to be there on a Saturday, Sunday. But if it's your last game, have you been winning all these games?
Yeah, I won my first. I came in first place gold medal for my VIP tournament.
Okay.
I won the first place, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to win the first place. I don't bet. With all these teams, come play me, they're going to lose. Because you know what?
I love the confidence.
I'm going to beat all of these teams. I'm going to win.
There you go.
There's no I in team, but there is in win.
All he does
And
is
I'm
win.
going to
There's
win all of these teams. They're going to get beat by me. They're going to get beat, and they're going to see what it's like to get beat. Because when I play against Alberto Hills, they're going to lose.
Boo, El Dorado Hills. Boo. Nick,
all of these teams are going to lose against me. They will get beat.
Nick, what's your middle name?
Alexander. Yeah.
And your last, what's your last name?
I'm going to start calling you Alexander the Great.
Last name is Bryant. B-R-Y-A-N-T. It's the same last name as Kobe Bryant.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's true. It is.
You took the greatness. Are you guys related at all?
No, we're not.
Are you sure?
Nope.
What number do you wear?
Number I wear is the I think I wear the number 41.
Oh.
41, huh?
Like Mr. Trey Lyles.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you figure out what position you were playing, Nick?
I think I'm going to. I think I'm forward, or center. I think so.
Okay, big man in the middle. I love it.
Yeah.
Nick, do you have a pregame routine?
No, I do not.
Like no superstitious anything?
Slice of pizza.
I used to go before every game. I would go to Jamba Juice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I got myself the same Jamba Juice every time because I went one time and I had like 35 points and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this same thing.
It was all Jamba
every
Juice.
single
It wasn't
time.
me. It was Jamba Juice.
It was. I think it was was it Jumbo Juice? Was it the Panda Express? Because
it was definitely not Panda Express. If you're talking about me.
Oh, I could definitely eat some Panda Express, but not before a basketball game.
No, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
Anyways, Nick.
We're gonna. So, Deuce and Mo is gonna have a live. He's gonna have a live event on April 14th in downtown Sacramento.
Is there a pizza eating contest at that event, Nick?
No.
Oh man.
But we're gonna like to beat them on Saturday. We're gonna win on Saturday.
What?
That's if the series starts on Saturday.
What
It
day
might be on Sunday,
did you book your tickets yet?
No, still haven't.
Okay. What day are you flying in?
Well, we could go on the 14th. We could do that if you want to.
Let's make it
I don't know if Deuce and Mo are going to allow us at their event, though, because I heard they were kind of upset with you hanging out with us and not them, Nick.
How do you know they were upset?
Because we watched their show, too.
You guys can come. You can buy your tickets. It's $10.
Well, you'll have to ask Morgan if we're allowed. If she says we can come, then we'll be there.
Okay, it's $10. And maybe you guys will do your show with them, too.
Maybe.
That'd be awesome. Pay $20 to do our show.
Hey, why not?
Why not? And
Why
then
not?
pay for pizza also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, we'll definitely keep you posted on when we're coming to town. It should be right around that weekend. But hey, I know you had a lot of fun watching the game tonight, like I did. Tell me about Saturday.
Well, I wanted to say that we're gonna get this win on Saturday. We're gonna like to be on Saturday, and we're gonna win. And Keegan Murray, we're gonna have to say this. Keegan Murray.
Yeah.
Dude, right on cue, Nick. I love it. Who are we playing on Saturday, Nick?
We're playing Washington Wizards.
Horrible team name.
Yeah, worst in the NBA.
Do you know, Nick, do you know what their mascot is?
I have no idea.
Should be a wizard, right?
You would think
Yeah.
that it is, but I'm not so sure about
I
that.
also thought the Phoenix Suns mascot would be a sun.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's a gorilla.
It's so. Let me guess. 114.99. Kings win. Light the beam.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Hell
Mark
yeah.
it down.
All right, Nick. Well, dude, we appreciate you so much. We wish you a lot of luck on Saturday for your gold medal, and hopefully we'll see you after the Kings game, and you can tell us about it.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I just got an alert. The Phoenix Suns beat the Magic 116 to 113.
We don't care,
Wow.
dude. We don't care about anybody but us, Calvin. I mean, Nick and Calvin.
Hey, so are you gonna bring some pizza when you guys come down? We're gonna get some pizza. We're all gonna get
We're
pizza
going to get
that
some
day.
pizza.
Oh, we're doing the pizza eating
I got to
contest.
see you eat 102 pizzas.
Yeah.
And Jay says he can eat 69. So between the two of you, I don't know if there's going to be any pizza left in downtown Sac.
Yeah, you guys are putting Royal Rebounds out of business.
What day are we doing the pizza eating contest?
Oh, wow. Gilbert says he can eat 420 slices of pizza.
Probably
Gilbert,
the
you are
15th
in the contest. Sign
15th
you
or
up.
16th is probably when it's going to be, right?
The playoffs officially start on the 15th, but some series will start, the next day. So it'll either game one will either be the 15th or the 16th.
No, pizza eating contest.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about the game.
It's going to be one of those days, 15th or 16th of April.
Yeah, one of those two.
Damn,
Yeah.
we shouldn't have told him. Now he's going to be able to prep himself.
Or maybe we can make it the 14th if we show up a day early.
That'd be really fun. All right, Nick. Sleet Beams.
Sleep beeps.
All right, let's hear from Ty now. Ty, you still
Hi,
there?
go ahead.
G'day. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
My
Much better
Wi-Fi's
Wi-Fi
working.
today.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi's working now. But stuff. My goodness, I'm not even going to go into it. Today was awful. I said it in the Cowbell space. I just didn't enjoy this game, to be honest. Because again, I'm not an actual Kings fan. Just from a basketball perspective, it was ugly. De'Aaron played bad. McCallum Bridges played bad for them. Claxton played bad. Bruce played bad.
Hold
It
on,
didn't
Ty.
feel like
I got to interrupt you real quick because you haven't said it yet.
I'm really starting to regret. Light the beam.
Fire the
Yes.
laser!
I'm really regretting this.
Okay,
I'm
you
not
can
gonna lie.
continue.
But yeah, just overall, everyone played bad outside the Sabonis. It really felt like Trey Lyles was okay, but I'm just talking about real impact. I felt like Sabonis was the only one who did sorts of anything. You know what I mean? He had a double-double, 20-20 double-double. Within that, obviously had 4 blocks, did his typical assists. But to win a road game like this, you know what I mean, they're struggling, but they're also a scrappy team since it's they know it's win by committee. There is no true star. That's a good win. You know what I mean? To go into Brooklyn, to get the win. And then you should have an easy game against Washington. The next one. This team has shocked me. I've watched them from the beginning of the season. And I said this is going to be, a good playing team. And they're the second seed. So, I don't know what the fuck they can do in the playoffs. I'm really excited to see because some part of me is I think the playoff experience will get to them. Sorry, the lack of playoff experience. But then on the other hand, I'm how many more games do they need to win against top seed teams where it's going to be okay, maybe they're legit?
That's a great question. I mean, first off, I think you forgot to say sole possession of second seed in the Western Conference. But, dude, I couldn't agree more. And Calvin and I were talking about that on the last show where I'm okay, we're, almost 70 games into the year now. At what point are people finally okay, this team is actually legit. They're going to do some damage in the playoffs. They're a really good basketball team. Calvin, I mean, where are you at on that?
Well, from an outside perspective, I've said this before, the Kings are not going to change anybody's mind until they win that first or second game in the playoffs. And even then, if they win the first 2 at home, people will say, oh, well, they can't go and do it on the road. It's the playoffs, all this stuff. It's just the narrative is not going to change for this team from a national perspective until they actually win games in the postseason. So that's just is what it is.
Do you agree with that, Ty? Is that where you're at?
Well, no, because look, I'll say this. On paper, and when you're watching the games, it seems like their games can translate well, right? I'm gonna bring up my team real quick. Like, I already knew without watching Brandon Ingram would be able to translate because of his mid-range game, and I'm like, De'Aaron is kind of the same. Like, he might not have a 3-point shot, but it is so essential to have a mid-range in the playoffs, where it's like, I think De'Aaron's game will translate well, and at the end of the day, your role plays do matter. But it doesn't matter if your star players don't step up, and I feel like Fox and Sabonis are going to play really well. You know what I mean? It's just, I think it's more the defense I'm worried about, which is kind of obvious. You guys don't defend jack shit until the fourth quarter. But I feel like that would be so essential to like lock into because the pace slows down so much in the postseason, right? So that's where I'm at with this Kings team. It's not about winning.
You're right. That's not exactly what I mean, though, when I say the national perspective won't change. The average basketball fan, Ty, is not as intelligent and reads into the game as much as you do. They even will watch games and they'll just say, oh, it's the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, sure, there are some people now that are in the national media that are saying they can make some noise, like Kendrick Perkins and all this stuff, and all these people. Western Conference Finals is a possibility, all of that stuff. But my point is, if you're an average fan of another team, you are not going to give the Kings any respect and expect that they will do anything in the playoffs until they actually win those games.
Oh, no, I agree with that. Sorry, I misinterpreted that. Yeah, you're right.
Dude, it's been a while. Like, I'm not going to lie, this is no shade, Ty, against you, but it's been a while since I scrolled down the standings. I didn't realize New Orleans was in the 12th spot.
Oh, we suck. I really don't care.
That's incredible, man. That's incredible. That just goes to show how tight the West is.
And how they haven't had a healthy lineup pretty much the entire season, too. But
no, I'll just say this. That the quote-unquote big three, I say quote-unquote, it's just a duo. They haven't even played 10 games together.
Yeah,
all
it's
three
crazy.
of them.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's absolutely wild. Well, Ty, give me your thoughts for Saturday's game against the Washington Wizards.
Okay. See, you look on paper, and I'm like, the Kings should blow them up by 40. But you guys never fucking blow out teams. I swear to Jesus. It doesn't matter. You could fucking face the Perth Wildcats from an entirely different league. Somehow, you guys will make it close with them. I don't get it. It's like you have this kink for close games and like giving you guys like self heart attacks. With that being said, I'm going to say Kings win 120 to 114.
Okay, another high-scoring affair. I mean, in the Kings' defense, the last time we did play the Brooklyn Nets, we beat them by like 30+.
They've had a couple of blowouts this year. But Ty's right. I mean, you're going to play a lot of close games when you're not a good defensive team, first of all. And if you wait until the fourth quarter to actually play even moderate to good defense, it's going to be a close game 9 times out of 10. So
we lost to the Wizards back on December 23rd.
That was one of the worst losses of the season. And they had lost to Charlotte like 2 days or 4 days before that or something like that.
Yeah, 125-111. Ouch.
If it makes you feel any better, that wasn't the worst loss. If that makes you any feel better. Your worst loss against us.
Yeah, I remember that game.
They were, all 3 of those were really bad losses.
Yeah.
The Indiana loss is also bad. I mean, every team has them.
Ty,
Boston just lost to Houston. So
you want to give us 3 keys to beating the Wizards on Saturday?
To be honest, I've barely watched Wizards games this year, so I couldn't even tell you. Like, they're one of the few teams which I just refuse to watch.
Okay.
But knowing the personnel and stuff, one, just rebounds. I would say keep Gafford off the glass. He's a good rebounder.
Rebounds.
So rebounding would be 1. 2, just continue to play your pace. When this team slows down, it's just it's kind of like it's unfair to rely on De'Aaron Fox to be Jesus every fucking game. Like today, he had a bad game. You know what I mean? And that's fine because he's played like God for like the last few weeks. So playing pace And number 3, make Bradley Beal a playmaker. I understand that he's improved as a playmaker, but it's like if Bradley Beal was going to beat us by being a playmaker, I am more than okay with it. So those are my 3 keys.
I like it. I'm going to give you a little tip next time. When I am talking about my keys to the game, about a team that I don't watch or know about, I just say you got to score more points than the other team. Bam. Handles it. 3-1, done.
Done and done.
Done and done.
I just be honest.
But I appreciate you, Ty. Appreciate you coming on live and hanging out with us. Hopefully we'll see you again soon, buddy.
You too, man. Have a good one.
Thanks, Ty.
All right. Good to hear from Ty here. Let's hold on a little bit before we go to some other fans. One of our favorite fans is waiting. But Calvin, I just want to kind of wrap up the rest of this game tonight before we go to Tanvir. I mean, how are you feeling right now about the Sacramento Kings? Because I'm not going to lie, Calvin, I didn't get to watch the whole game yesterday. I rewatched some of it. I watched highlights today, and I got to watch like the fourth quarter of today's game. But a lot of stuff happened. It's 24 hours, 2 wins on the road. The Kings are in sole possession of second place. I'm feeling fantastic, dude.
Yeah, I think that the narrative that we talked about at the beginning of the show is what stands out the most in these 2 wins. Good teams find ways to win games that they probably shouldn't, or where they're not playing to the best of their ability.
Yep.
They still found ways to win both of those games. I mean, in Chicago, it was much more of an up and down game. They shot better from the field. The offense was more there. But man, that's how you know that this team is more legit maybe than other people think that they are. Are they a legit defensive team in the NBA? No, they're not. But they're a legit team because they will win even when they're not playing their best, or even when the cards seem to be stacked against them. I'm
trying not to laugh over here, but Derek's coming at you, bro.
Of course he is. He's the one that made the bet in the first place.
Yeah. You going to ever bet him again?
I'm going to hold off on the eyebrow bet. I don't know if I'll never bet him again, but I'm going to save my eyebrows. You guys are already taking the rest of my hair.
How many pieces of pizza you think Derek could eat?
I don't know.
Shout out to Derek, dude.
Shout out. Gilbert said he could eat 420 pieces. That's a new record for the show.
But Gilbert didn't get you to cut your hair off.
That's true.
Derek's special.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Derek, you're special. Barry loves you.
He's a special one, dude. I like it. Because, and I think what a lot of people on the show don't really understand, especially people that haven't been, watching for a while, if you watch like the intro videos, stuff like that, like I have long hair. You have short hair. But people that didn't really know us before 2020 know that Calvin and I basically have had the same haircut for like ever, dude.
Yeah,
like
forever.
Short hair, even in college. Like you would buzz my head, I would buzz your hair. And then all of a sudden we're in this like random COVID era now where I grew out my long hair. And then I would run into people and they wouldn't recognize me because I had long hair.
Yeah.
And then I met a bunch of people when I had long hair. So then when I cut my hair, then they wouldn't recognize me. And then all of a sudden you have long hair now. And we're just in this like weird area of time. And I know that as soon as we cut your hair off, it's never going to be long again.
Oh, you know that for a fact.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I mean,
you want to bet? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean,
I'm kidding.
If Derek wants to bet with you, I'm in.
No,
I'll ride Derek.
I'm going to commit myself to 1 bet per season. Okay.
Okay.
1 bet per season.
Derek, come up with a good one for next season. Cause I'm riding with Derek. Whatever Derek is good with, I'm good with.
Okay.
Cause I'm pretty sure like he threw it out there too. He was like number 5 and you're like,
yeah, Derek makes a good point.
Yeah.
Bets are great because he has nothing to lose.
Exactly. That's the best kind of bets to have. Best kind of bets to have. But the thing
That's
is,
okay,
Calvin,
Derek. The next time you come up with something, I'm going to have a counter.
This is the thing though. This is what makes Derek so smart. Was Derek got you emotional to where you agreed to it without putting any stipulations on him. Because you're like, no way they're going to be the 5th seed. Like, not going to happen.
I don't think I was that emotional. I just said, I don't think that's going to happen. So
we'll have to rewatch it. One thing I actually really want to do, and I almost set it up for this stream, but maybe we'll do it for the next stream on Saturday. But Calvin, good number. This is the 69th game of the season for the Sacramento Kings. I wanted to show at least part of the audio of where we were at this time last year, because the show has dramatically changed, right? Just in terms of
we're all in good moods.
How good of a mood we are, how much the team is winning.
Yeah.
Have you gone back and watched towards the end of last season?
No, it's really hard for me to do that.
Where we're
to
like,
be honest, I can't.
well, guys, Kings are 15 games under 500, but we're here to talk about it. And like every stream, it's like, so Calvin, what went wrong tonight? And you're like, well, the Kings couldn't rebound and they couldn't defend.
Can't play defense,
and they couldn't do
rebound.
this. I think it'd be hilarious to listen to like a 10-minute clip of us just talking about how much the Kings suck last year and how much of a difference it is 1 year could make.
Man, can we at least just ride out the rest of the season on a high note before you go back to that?
It's still a high note.
Let's just enjoy this.
It's still a high note. I want to laugh at us. I want to laugh at last year's version of us. But I do have to say, dude, if you cut your hair and the Kings start to suck, it's Derek's fault.
Thank you. God, I thought you were going to say it's my fault.
Just got to say that because, I mean, you could be like, what's that guy, Samson? You cut his hair off and he loses all his strength. What if you're the Sacramento Samson?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, a couple people have said that. Fred said, what if it's my luscious locks that is giving this team its strength?
It probably is. Maybe we'll keep them. We won't throw them away. And if the Kings start losing games, we'll tape it back to your head or something.
Oh, Derek says keep the hair. Bet's off.
No, Derek's joking around. I could tell. Anyways, anything else you want to talk about with tonight's game before we go over to Tanvir?
No, I want to hear from Tanvir. I mean, again, all I did was watch the highlights of this game. I'm frustrated. I haven't really been able to watch the full games in depth over the past couple of days. So,
Tanvir, are you on break right now? Can you talk?
Yeah, I can talk.
Hell yeah. How you feeling, buddy? How you feeling? I know you were high yesterday. Can you be even higher today?
Oh, yeah. I'm still higher, man. Same old, man. Winning here's everything, bro.
I love it. All right. Well, what kind of bold predictions you want to make today, Tanvir?
Bold prediction, we're going to win the tip, bro. That's how I feel.
Okay.
No one's scared of any team. Bring it on. We have the Pacific Division on lock. That's going to be our title. That's going to be an amazing feeling once we get that notification.
Dude, this is going to be absolutely incredible. I don't want to go negative and talk about the Kevin Huerter situation, so I'm going to move past that. And I just want to know, Tanvir, I mean, did you watch the whole game?
No, I didn't. I mean, I saw about the second quarter. I was looking at the play-by-play.
Okay. Did you see? Did you see after the game where De'Aaron Fox was whispering in Mikal Bridges' ear?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
All right, tell me what it means.
Hey man, who knows? He may be coming to Sac, bro. Who knows?
That'd be incredible. Calvin and I were talking about it a little bit before the show starts. Calvin, what did you say would happen?
If they can get him, they are a legit contender, in my opinion, to win the NBA championship.
Wow. That's incredible.
I agree.
I mean, depending, of course, on what you give up. But in theory, you still keep the same core group and a lot of the key second unit players and all that stuff. Maybe it's draft picks and I don't know what they give, but that's the type of guy, an elite wing, two-way wing, who's, he's more than just a two-way player now. I mean, he's really starting to come into his own. You mentioned the fact that he's like a ready-to-win now player as well. He's still relatively young also. Like, this guy's going to be good for a long time. That would be an incredible addition.
I didn't think the Kings were ready to win now. Now I think they are ready to win now.
We're ready,
and I wasn't in favor of making a big move at the deadline because I still wanted to build off of what we were at and not just ruin the chemistry halfway through the season. But Calvin, I think that at the end of this year, it's time for the Kings to make maybe another big move, maybe another small move, because those have been possible.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's time to bring in win-now-ready players. Tanvir, I want to put the ball in your court. What would it take to get a guy like Mikal Bridges?
I don't know. They recently turned down like 3 first-round picks, I think, right?
Not that I was aware. I mean, he just got traded from Phoenix, so I don't think anybody turned anything down.
No, I heard some. They had some other deals in place for him.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe.
it's like a different deal, and they declined it.
I don't know. All of that stuff is so hard to tell if it's
the Nets.
how. I know. I'm just saying all of that trade deadline background noise stuff that didn't actually happen. It's hard to say exactly what's true and what's not of that, I would say.
Right.
Well, Tanvir, I think what everybody really wants to know is, are you going to trade Keegan Murray for him?
I don't know if I could do that, but if it's, man, you might have to, man. Bridges is a really good player.
That's a tough
Really
question,
tough, man.
because I know how
love
much
Keegan,
everybody
bro.
loves Keegan, and obviously Keegan has a bright future, and I think he's going to be a good player. But Mikal Bridges is a good player right now.
Oh, yeah,
He's more than a
100%.
good player.
And as Calvin says, he plays both ends of the court, plays great defense.
Yeah, then you do it.
And
You have to do it then.
I didn't see this offensive version of him in Phoenix. He's been playing incredibly well on the Brooklyn Nets. So you're doing it?
The Brooklyn Nets. Yeah.
What am I supposed to read? Afghan baby, oh yeah, in the chat says, you know who else I'd love to have? Lauri Markkanen. The Dumb Jazz have shown they're basically giving everything away for nothing. We should be able to get him. You had any thoughts on Lauri Markkanen, Tanvir?
I don't think so, man. I think Lauri's going to stay in Utah, man,
What do you think, Cal?
in my opinion.
It's hard to tell. I mean, I don't know what Danny Ainge will do this offseason.
Yeah.
He has definitely earned himself the narrative of he's a guy we can build around and keep, though. Like, he's played unbelievably this year. I think he's definitely surpassed even the expectations that they had in Utah when they got him.
Oh, for sure.
He's just been unbelievable. So the idea that you're going to be able to trade for both of those guys, I mean, we're running out of money fast here.
Oh, yeah.
If you add Mikal Bridges and Lauri Markkanen, but especially when you've got to give Sabonis a contract extension,
can't
all this
get
stuff, that's unrealistic. But
Yeah, you can't get both. You either get
you
one.
can't get both of those guys. And, hey, maybe I'm going to contradict myself here a little bit, but I say no to Lauri, because I'm not big on trading for guys that are extremely high. And that's where Lauri Markkanen is right now. And some people could argue and say, well, Mikal Bridges is really high right now too. But no, Mikal Bridges has been in my radar for a long time. I think he's a really great player. Yes, he's gotten better on the offensive end of the floor, or at least shown it, had more opportunities as of lately. But Lauri Markkanen's stock is like at an all-time high. And I don't want to buy – I want to buy low, sell high, not the other way around.
Right.
yeah, I agree. I would much rather have a guy that can score 25 a game and, play defense on the other team's best player in the same game as well. I would rather have that player.
Definitely. I think one thing we didn't even talk about tonight was, well, we talked about Kessler Edwards, 24 minutes of action, but this was his revenge game. He's from Brooklyn, right? This was the team
I like him, man. I like that.
He
I like the
started,
kid.
I think, double-digit games last season. They basically gave him up for nothing to the Sacramento Kings. He's proven to be, and maybe proven is kind of a loose set of words to use for a guy that hasn't been here for that long, but he's shown a lot, and I think he's a valuable contributor to a team that is going to go, in my opinion, maybe 1, 2, 3 rounds into the playoffs, which would be incredible. And he showed the Nets what they were missing tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's a hidden gem, bro. We find a hidden gem in Edwards, in my opinion.
Definitely. Shout out to Sean here for joining in. Tanvir, last thing before we let you go tonight, tell us your thoughts on Saturday's game against the Wizards.
That game, I think we'll get our revenge after that first game we had, which was bad. We'll come back. We'll win. That's at home, right?
No, it's on the road.
It's on the road.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should still be able to win that game. Despite us losing that first game, we'll come back. Just
Kings
gotta.
have 2 more games on the road, Washington and Utah, before returning home on March 21st to face the Boston Celtics on NBA TV.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good matchup right there.
Yeah, it will. So you think the Kings win in Washington against the Wizards, huh?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, awesome. I'm excited for that. Well, Tanvir, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hopefully we'll see you again on Saturday.
Oh yeah, I'm always here, bro. Thank you
dude.
guys.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you
Good
so
to
much,
talk to you,
man.
bud.
Have a good night. All right, always good to see Tanvir. Calvin, I'm feeling pretty good. I know we talked about some trades, and some people probably aren't going to like that. But, I mean, I'm feeling great, dude. I'm feeling like this is a good Kings team. They're going to have a good season. They're going to do some damage in the playoffs, and then they're going to have some opportunities to improve in the offseason, which I think is great, right? Because no matter how well your team does, you always want them to continuously improve. And this Kings team has a lot of room for improvement.
They do. Yeah, I mean, the sky is the limit, just like the beam, right?
The sky is the limit. Afghan here wants to know if there's any other kind of players that you want to target. I mean, we talked about Laurie. We talked about Mikal Bridges. I mean, are there any other guys where you're like, this is a guy I've been monitoring for a while? I mean, there's a lot of fringe guys, but I'm talking about like difference makers.
I mean, yeah, there are plenty of players across the league like that you would want to target, right? I mean, whether they're free agents or trying to put together a trade. I still think that if you can upgrade at power forward and if you can get an elite two-way wing, that's the combination that makes this team arguably one of the best in the NBA.
Okay.
With the offense that they already have in place.
All right, so that's it right there. That's all they need to do. Championship, bam, done.
Well, it's not. I'd like to think it's that easy, but I think that gives them the best chance.
I had hold on, I want to review this real quick. We had one of our regulars comment on one of our videos today, Sean Embry, and he says, "Sup fellas, good win tonight. I feel the Kings are about to start a dynasty like the Warriors. What do y'all think?" Now, I'll tell you my response here in a little bit, but Kyle, I want to hear what your response to Sean is.
Well, first of all, you should never say the word dynasty until you've won at least 2 already.
Unless you're the Memphis Grizzlies.
That's why they will probably not be one.
Okay.
But, I just think it's it's fun to imagine that. It's fun to think about that. But it's hard enough to win one, and they haven't even done that yet. So I would love for that to happen. Every Sacramento Kings fan would love for that to happen. But you've got to enjoy the hard work and the process of getting to that point first. And there's the other thing I would say to that is there's a lot of really high-level talent in the NBA, a lot of really, really good teams, and those high-level players are all very young. It's not like, maybe the Warriors dynasty is over and those guys are getting towards the end of their careers, but there are a lot of players in the NBA that are going to be here and be really, really good for a long time. So anybody starting and sustaining a dynasty at this point in time right now in the NBA is going to be a massive, massive challenge.
Yeah, this is my response to Sean, and I appreciate Sean and enjoy him. I said, I hope so. It's a little early to speculate beyond this year. We need to re-sign Sabonis first.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a pretty reasonable response because, dude, I want to be the guy that's screaming at the top of my lungs, this is a dynasty. The Kings are going to win every game ever, and we're going to have more championships than the Lakers. And
baby steps,
blah, blah, blah. Exactly.
The 40-win goal was great.
Exactly.
They knocked that one out of the water.
And now
by the way, hats off to the Kings organization for giving those guys courtside seats the other night.
Yep.
That was really cool to see. Just hats off to the Kings for doing that. But 40 wins, check.
Yep.
Division championship, check.
Yep.
First playoff appearance in 16 years, check.
Ladder.
Let's do all of that stuff, and let's celebrate those moments before we start saying that this team is a dynasty.
Yeah, I like to think about it a little bit like,
a dynasty in the making.
Some of the times, Calvin, when you and I mean, we've had many moments where we've been out late having a lot of fun, and we've had to walk home, right? Whether there was no Ubers, it was too late, whatever. I mean, you look at the distance from where you're at to where home is, it's a long way.
Oh, yeah.
But if you just look in front of you, you just focus on one step at a time. Bam, bam, bam. Step, 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 step. All of a sudden, you look up, you're halfway home. Feet don't hurt, feeling good. Look down again. Step, step, step. Almost there. All of a sudden, you're home.
That's true. The green beers help your feet not hurt either.
Green beers do. But I'm just saying, it's a little bit easier way to look at things and go at it. Yep. I mean, I want to name a team, and I don't want to jinx the Kings, so I'm going to knock on wood here, but Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, Jeff Green. Dynasty, Calvin.
Steven Adams?
Looking like... No, this is before Steven Adams.
Well, they had him too, though.
No, they traded James Harden for the 12th.
Yeah, but they still, I'm just saying. But they still could have been a dynasty.
Just with those three guys, people are thinking this is a dynasty. This team, I mean, they lost to what? The Miami Heat in the NBA Finals with those three guys.
Yep.
And people are looking at this team is so young. They got a lot of talent. This team is going to be good for 10, 15, 20 years. What happened?
Well,
how many championships, Calvin?
0. They also saw the writing on the wall being Oklahoma City. They knew they weren't going to be able to pay all three of those guys.
Yep.
Max
they could
contracts.
have if they didn't pay Ibaka.
I'm not so sure they could have.
Just because he has my favorite nickname doesn't mean you pay him, Calvin.
To spend for anybody else. I just don't know about that. But
yeah, Lob City's a good one too to point out. Quite unfortunate. Shout out to Callum. D's nuts. All right, Calvin, I'm done talking about all this stuff. I'm feeling good about the Kings. I'm happy, but hey, let's put one foot in front of the other, and let's talk about the next step, that is Saturday,
one game at a time,
March 18th. Calvin and I can't drink too much green beer on Friday because we got to be fresh and ready for the win on Saturday against the Wizards. Give me your keys to the game.
Okay. Sorry, let me pull them up. Keys to the game.
James Hand, Hawaii barbecue chicken.
Hawaii barbecue chicken. Key number 1, attack the bigs.
I like it.
They got a lot of size there, and I think covering some of the Kings players in space going to be very difficult for Porzingis or Gafford, whoever they match up on. The Kings love to spread it out around the perimeter, look for lanes to drive and cut, things like that. I think if they go at these guys early, make them work on defense, it'll help, especially, trying to make Porzingis work harder so that he doesn't have as easy of a night and is able to just walk down the court and throw up threes.
Porzingis.
Number 2 is points in the paint. If you look back at that last game at Golden One Center, the Wizards scored 70 points in the paint on the Kings. They were plus 20 in that game. It was a huge difference.
Daniel Gafford? That guy was killing it.
Yeah, and Kuzma had a really big game as well. So the Kings have got to try to be better. I will say Domantas Sabonis, if we talk about ways that the Kings have improved, even if it's slight defensively, their pick and roll defense, especially with Sabonis, has been, I would say, much, much better as the season has gone along. So if they're able to kind of help build that wall early, not allow as easy penetration off of a pick and roll, which would lead to maybe a corner 3 or an easy bucket inside, that they're going to have to be more sound. And then number 3, this should be something that they can definitely do better than that last meeting in Golden One Center, and that's the bench scoring. Rui Hachimura lit the Kings up in Sacramento. He had 21 points. I think he was 7 of 8 from the field or something like that. He was on fire. They could not stop him. He will not even be playing in this game, first of all. Second of all, the Kings bench has performed much, much better since the All-Star break. I think that they will continue that role, and this should be a big advantage for Sacramento.
Yeah, I love them all. Down with the Wizards. Down with Washington. Sacramento is on the up and up. We're going to win on Saturday, Calvin. I effing know it. Callum says, never thought I'd see the day we had a 500 team. It's pretty amazing,
Here we are.
Calvin. I mean, just to think about
500. They're like over 600.
Yeah, just to think about when we're like, the Kings are 2 games over 500. Can you believe it, Calvin? We're 20 games in the season. We're 2 games over. This is incredible. Calvin, the Kings are 15 games over 500 right now.
It's crazy.
15 games.
It's crazy.
15 games. That is absolutely incredible. That's incredible. Yeah. Yeah, Callum, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying it's going to get better, dude. It is going to get even better.
Yeah.
Calvin.
The road to 50 wins.
Rashawn Holmes is doubtful. Kevin Huerter is doubtful. Are you worried? Who's going to step up?
No, I'm not so worried. Like I said, the Wizards bench is not really – it's definitely not what it was, not having Hachimura there anymore. So I think even if –
Stupid move.
Depending on, we've seen Terrence Davis be the guy in the past to get that start when Huerter has missed games. That way I think they can keep the second unit more intact. It'll be really interesting to see because Terrence Davis hasn't made many appearances until tonight as of late. So if they go with him in the starting lineup, it would be an interesting call to me. I still think with how well Malik has been playing and the fact that they stagger the minutes between Fox and Sabonis so they can have Monk and Sabonis play a lot of those minutes together and use them in the 2-man game pick and roll or dribble handoff, I expect to still see Malik come off the bench. I don't know that if Terrence Davis will get the start, but I expect to see Malik come off the bench still.
Would you consider starting Kessler Edwards?
I would definitely consider it.
I mean, dude, he's making threes. He's playing D. 3 and D. That's what we've talked about this team needs.
I think he's definitely earned it.
Yeah.
We will see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be absolutely
And that
huge.
would be a bigger, longer, more athletic or a better defensive lineup to go with right from the beginning. You've got Bradley Beal out there, so it would make sense to throw somebody like Kessler right on him from the start.
I think that's what I would do. The length, I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, guys, I think that pretty much wraps up the show for today. Shout out to all my members out there for the Royal Family. And, hey, if you're subscribed and you want to support us a little bit more, you want to become a member, just hit that link pinned at the very top of the chat to join the Royal Family. It's $1.99 a month. It helps us grow the channel. It really helps Calvin and I do a lot more things and bring more of an audience here. So appreciate you all for watching. Hey, if you're a subscriber and you just want to support us and you don't want to put any money in, just hit that like button. Leave a comment. Leave something in the chat. We appreciate it. We love you all. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Anyways, Kings are going to win on Saturday. We will be live, not directly after the game. It's probably going to be around the same time, 8:30 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Cal, we got some calls for the Island Boys. Should we end it with the Island Boys?
I think we should.
The Kings won, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Kings won, yeah. The Sacramento Kings, oh, yeah, the Kings won, yeah. Fox is so fast. Sabonis is so strong, yeah. Coach Mike is so smart, yeah. They are the playoff bound, yeah.
They are the playoffs. Good night, guys. Go Kings.